What's up, Hippo lovers? We will have a best of 5 show match between the two winners of an S tier 1v1 tournament. The others, like Marine Lord, are still in the chat. People that didn't win an S tier Age of Empires 4 tournament yet. We will have Arabia only, and we will have Hidden Pick, no repeat, no Stonewalls, $200 on the line, and we will play with the new patch out here, and we can discuss some of the changes. Let's jump into this one after you see this. But here we go. We have TheViper playing the Holy Roman Empire, as we can see, prelate opening here, and something potentially new here. Those spearmen of the HRE should be able to brace at some moment. 4 villagers being sent on gold, and DeMusliM, he's playing Delhi and should also have spearmen that are bracing. And this is the moment where I ask you for some predictions right in the chat. Who do you think should be the favorite here? My prediction will be TheViper getting 1 win and DeMusliM getting 3 wins, simply because DeMusliM is just so much more in shape right now. And before they don't brace, that would be embarrassing. Yeah. Well, brace yourself for some bugs. Obviously, new patch only just came out. We will see about that one. 3-2. Okay, lots of people expecting TheViper to play this one. Well, 3-0 DeMusliM wouldn't be completely shocking to me either. 3-0 for DeMusliM if he doesn't troll. I'm not really expecting him to troll here. 2 on wood now, going for quite some sheep, and we are opening with efficient production. Allows us to get military buildings, boosting production speed by 100%. And I think Sanctity should be shorter now as well. I think that should be on the list of shorter upgrades together, I think, with herbal medicine, PG, and I think that was it, right? Yep. Also, we're getting the forestry. As you all know, Delhi is a civilization that researches everything for free, but takes a bit longer, and the more scholars we have in our mosque, the more we reduce those research times. DeMusliM goes for the Dome of Faith, no surprise there. 50% cost reduction for scholars, so he will go for more of those. Might pressure some of those sacred sites. Wants to get like 200 gold per minute. And on the other side, TheViper plays the Meinwerk Palace. So he did not decide to go for the landmark that we see so often, the Aachen Chapel, to basically make all your stuff work a bit faster. Could have been a beautiful placement here. That screams some aggression. Meinwerk Palace, obviously, minus 25% for all blacksmith upgrades, and it works as a blacksmith. So I'm expecting TheViper to go for lots and lots of aggression here. Delhi player on the other side could maybe struggle against that one. I think both players should go for lots and lots of upgrades. 4 villagers building here. The prelate still working around. 3 on gold. Now sending a second prelate. And people have actually, been thinking about this quite a bit. And the Aachen Chapel, it's basically only like saving 2 prelates, and the moment you want to pick up relics, you want to go for them either way. So I personally believe that if you don't want to play the longest feudal age, going for the Meinwerk Palace actually makes lots and lots of sense. TheViper, I would expect an archery range from him. Would count, not that high though, and actually goes for a house first. And I'm a bit surprised, honestly. This is no upgrade yet. Maybe professional scouts could be an option after the mill here. We will certainly see how he wants to play this one out. Still 3 on gold, but 1 prelate could delay that. On the other side, we start off with spearman. Obviously, reduced time here as well. Upgrade to hardened spearman. I think it's now 105 seconds without a scholar inside. Now it's 93 seconds. And yeah, we are 10 seconds delayed, but that is only because of Age of Empires. If you aren't jumping into the game when it's basically launching, you're always 10 seconds behind. And since we don't have a spec delay, that's basically the guaranteed status. Oh, we also go for siege engineers first. That is interesting. Ooh. That obviously allows to build rams. If he wants to go for some early aggression. And TheViper opens with an archery range, so I don't really see that one working too well. While we get wheelbarrow carrying more for villagers, food upgrade. We obviously go for the wood upgrade, all the standard thingies here, and early blacksmith. Something I kind of like, but not the craziest thing. Why is there a black circle behind the age number? That's just in my overlay. I kind of like the dark one. So we will go with that one. Barracks now to follow this one up. So it will be a man-at-arm and archery range mix here. Ooh. Or maybe Spearman Viper. Still not a single upgrade being done here. GL DeMusliM. Okay, people still speculating. For everyone who missed it, we will have an announcement that I called massive after this show match. We cannot see the player civs. That's why I introduced them at the start. TheViper simply playing Holy Roman Empire and Delhi for DeMusliM. Triple Scholar play here already. Spearman upgrade finished for Harden. Viper gets an idea. Scouts the archer range now as well. Question is, do we go for more scholars to put them into the barracks and archer range? Seems like indeed that's the play. 3 out and ooh, look at that. Sanctity is finishing pretty damn soon in 36 seconds. Those scholars can take those sacred sites and generate 200 gold for themselves. If we actually finish... Wait, do we need an upgrade for that? Or is it... It's always, right? DeMusliM or a new tournament? Well, we will see. We will see. Oh, and we get the speed upgrade here. Increased movement speed for infantry. And that's not only man-at-arms, that's also for archers. So we can really chase down those units. Man-at-arm archer opening. Now goes for quite some aggression and will control the army here. Goes for some healing. Viper also with a hit squad here at the right-hand side. 1 man-at-arm, 3 archers. And now we see some aggression here through the center. Spearman still fighting off, and first sacred site being taken. Second sacred site neutralized for now. Man-at-arm still doing some reasonable damage. Early ones, obviously, not the castle age ones yet. And sacred site left hand side, a wolf. Some harassment by the spearman to come over, and that could be some crazy resources here. For now, not going too wild there when it comes to income though. Still not a single sacred site under full control. Scout a bit on the harassing side, but not the craziest thing. And look at that. Scholar goes down. Man-at-arm chasing this one away. Viper with quite a nice opening. And something that we have not seen too often. Man-at-arm archer play. More villagers being sent over. Sacred side here, left-hand side. Archers obviously scaring that one away. And we should see a small bump in gold income for DeMusliM here for a small moment. But should be neutralized pretty soon. Simply because sacred sites have been neutralized. Scholar gets away, 12 HP, and look at that beautiful split by the Viper. One chasing, one controlling this area, and now we're mainly fighting for the ones in the center. Man-at-arms doing a good job. Run by hit here. Whew. Quite a nice kill, and DeMusliM is trying to micro away from this. Won't be the easiest task for him ever. Sacred side, left-hand side will be neutralized, and then DeMusliM. Now 280 gold, might go down to only the 80 from those 2 villagers here at the site. Maybe replacing lumber camp could be an option. Still only play with 1 barracks, 1 archery range, and lost quite a big amount of scholars. Only 3 over here on the field. That one actually will make it home. Good job there. Viper neutralizes that one and now goes for the next attack. 34 villagers for DeMusliM, 17 military, while we see 31 villagers and 16 military. So a bit of a better production for DeMusliM. Interesting. Viper, where is prelates? 1 on wood. I would assume the second one on food. I'm a bit surprised by that. Next engagement here at the right hand side. Man-at-arms trying to chase down, and they are running fast there. Was the Showmatch announced anywhere beforehand? Liquipedia, Reddit, and my Twitter, as well as on this channel before. Glad that you're here. Can you remove chat? Maybe give some feedback if you want to have chat on this one or not. I think it kind of makes some sense to keep it on there. Some people really enjoy the chat, especially if they look on full screen. Remove chat, remove please. I'd like it removed. Okay. I like the chat. The problem is that everyone who is enjoying the chat is not really typing. And everyone that's on the PC and wants to type and actively contribute there will not like it. Okay, but I'm obviously a man of the people. Enjoy your feedback and enjoy the full view. If you want to see everything, look at this now. Age of Empires 4 in its full beauty. Chasing this one down. Okay, I'm still getting new tech some tips here. By the way, try to use scholars and they will improve your rate. Yeah, thank you, Age of Empires. I have probably 400 hours on this game, but it thinks, oh, you are new to this one because it's the first time of you playing this patch. Well, Viper with some wild, ugly farms. I'm a bit surprised by that one. Replace the lumber camp, I like that. And, oh, left-hand side, walls here by DeMusliM. Tries to control this area. While we see military-wise 24 and 39 villagers, and we have 37 villagers and 25. So pretty even. DeMusliM simply 2 villagers ahead. And upgrade-wise, let's take a look. So we have the attack upgrade finishing. Still taking some time. While the Viper is sitting at archer attack and pierce defense. That's it. Ooh, and now we go for the big walls here. Scholar gets in. This is going to be ugly for the Viper. Yeah, I agree. Now would be a good time for the Viper to attack, actually. He sees the army out of position. Very little or very few units here. And House of Learning. So we're already moving towards the 3rd age. But the Viper, he still is some gold away. And let's take a look at relics around his base. One slightly to the right, a bit further, another one here to the right, and 2 of them to the left of his base, and another one here, while the 5th one at the top of the map. And Viper actually takes this one, really important. The one man-at-arm tries to take this, and some more engagements here. So for now, not a single sacred site under full control, simply because the archer is not finding the kill against the early man-at-arms. Archer neutralizing that, and Viper's doing a really solid job, but the man-at-arm won't find the kill, so Viper needs to send a bit more. Plus this one could be saved, or will the early man-at-arm actually win the fight? No, healing here by the Scholar could maybe be the save that he wants. Oh yeah, oh that's beautiful. And Viper now goes back to kill the Scholar, but won't find it. Beautiful micro here by DeMusliM, and everything goes down. Oh, some nice skirmish, while we still had the aggression here at the right-hand side working. More men-at-arms out, more archers out, and we see, oh, Viper even sent some army back for healing. Absolutely love to see that. Viper now in H3 as well, and we expected the Regnitz Cathedral indeed. Do we have any prelates prepared for something? No, not really. So relic control won't be that fast. Let's take a look at his production. He goes for the upgrade to men-at-arms. Nothing in the archery range though. While on the other side, DeMusliM being in Castle Age, we see him going for veteran archers, herbal medicine, and swiftness. So some upgrades there in our mosques. Goes for more scholars and goes for more sacred site control. Income per minute, as you can see, DeMusliM now with quite some solid ones. And Viper probably trying to find another attack in the center. Did not go for any upgrades here in Castle Age. While we see DeMusliM floating quite some resources, especially gold, as you can see at the bottom left. The Viper gets the resources a bit better on the map. Now goes for the gate here, although it's still not fully walled. But it feels like the men-at-arms are doing a reasonable damage here with their torch. Quite some villagers on gold, especially with control of those. And prelate should be making it home. Yeah, distance not too long. Also, there was one relic here that should be on the way home. So it will be at least 2 relics for the Viper. So that's a guaranteed 600 gold per minute already. That sacred site is getting neutralized. And honestly, I was really scared that this would be a clean 3-0 and Viper would not be competing too much, simply because DeMusliM got way more hours in Age of Empires 4 right now and so much more practice. But the Viper, apparently really, with a nice opening that we have never seen before, at least I didn't really, at least for quite some time on high level, performing well and putting out a beautiful game number 1 here. But Viper, he will be surprised by a unit that maybe a month ago was not played that much. The Tower War Elephant, actually crazy damage. 30 normally on ranged and 100 once you get to closed range. So that one is a brutal one. Need to go for some spearmen to really address that. While we still have, walling in that relic, but also walling in some of the own men-at-arms. Needs to build a gate to get out of there. Viper, meanwhile, wanted to go for that one. Only 2 relics. And DeMusliM gets relic number 1 home. 1 is still contested there at the right-hand side. Second one. So 2-2. And this one, the only neutral one right now. Viper is talented. I think that's a fair assumption. Okay, Viper now floating quite some food and gold. Oh, this will actually be... No way. This will be reasonably fast pallets of Swabia. On an open Arabia map. And something like here could be a really good spot for it. Are we continuing with production here? We actually go to the upgrade here. 2-hand weapon and heavy maces. So he wants to play quite a bit. Although the resources are reasonably close to get the palace of Swabia. I think would be a really nice place here. Ooh. I would assume that both players are not using animation cancel here. That feels kind of like an honorable way. They also said like Mongols probably not going to be played. Although now playing with the new patch, I think Mongols are absolutely fine. So I think we might see them. I think that was more of a gentleman's agreement when we still had the option of not playing the new patch. And Viper actually freed the relic there. So will be 3 relics. So that's a solid 900 gold per minute for the snake here. And as you can see, now with another Mangonel, Man-at-Arm, Mangonel could be really good. Taking that sacred side, DeMusliM back in the center. Maybe some Mangonel hits could be an option here. Viper runs away. It just feels like he's so close to imping. There's no weak Civ, but weak player? Okay. Okay. You heard it here first. Today I learned. Okay, Sacred Site still open here. Sacred Site, now that will be 400 gold in that regard. Now just move to the next spot over here after the first one ran dry. Okay, Sacred Site. Oh, actually under control again. So the Viper will have to fight against all 3 Sacred Sites. Interesting, but should be an easy neutralization for the one in the center. Okay, what a nice game to start this one off. Who would like to see more of those 2 players in the future? Maybe give me a small one. Who would like to see more of those 2 players on Facebook? Maybe give me a small one. Who would like to see them both as part of GL? Give me a small one. Who would like to see them play World of Empires, the Panda Brewmaster Final Edition Definitive version 4, now owned by Microsoft? Give me a small one. Okay. Yeah, I butchered that one so much. I could have just gone for a shorter name. Don't tell me whole GL is moving to Facebook. Okay, I won't tell you that. Maybe you have to read it up yourself. Okay, now the switch into knights actually interesting against all those men-at-arms here with a solid 16 attack. So we went for some upgrades here apparently. And also the length of that one was reduced quite heavily, I believe, right? Veteran archers there as well. Mineberg Palace. I think I could have, wouldn't mind to see more upgrades. Lots of stables. Knights now potentially going for some counter attack here. That's a really exposed woodline. Holy moly. 57 villagers, 24 military for the Viper, 61, 57. So military count way better here for the Muslim. And those elephants now doing 100 siege damage here against the stable units. Viper also not really going for that garrison in the TC. Knights now coming over, going for some attack. And I didn't see any brace here. Am I confused or just happens? Just happens. By the way, Tower War Elephant's really good against the Knights as well. Oh no, that's normal elephants, right? Normal elephants do 100 damage. Okay, yeah, so I gave you misinformation earlier. Viper now a bit sloppy here with those raids, probably because he's heavily getting attacked at his main base. Now villagers into the town center here. Looks like a pretty big engagement. Elephant numbers still 4 active. That one at the left-hand side is getting attacked, but Viper not really getting onto the numbers here, what it feels like. DeMusliM goes in quite deep. Not enough villagers there, or not all can fit into the TC. Viper's running low in numbers. DeMusliM sits at pop 114, while the Viper goes down to 60. Nice, sometimes nice, not too nice this time. And this one looks like full control. Man-at-Arms won't really cut the chase anymore. Score is looking pretty brutal, although score obviously not something we should give too much value for in Age of Empires 4 here, but also putting some scholars for the healing in. Viper tries to reinforce, tries to group up some more army, but 65 population with 19 idols won't be looking pretty if we have 112 on the other side. Now goes for some emergency repair, tries to save his town center, but still the elephants around and some kills here at the left hand side. I don't think Viper can do too much here, and elephants not being used with animation cancel, just the normal attack like it is intended. Makes lots of sense for a show match. Obviously, there were discussions in the background that you probably don't know about animation cancelling to be banned in tournaments, but it is not easy to really find great rules there, and I personally, for example, advised to keep it into the tournaments because, not because we want to have it, but making a proper rule set is simply impossible. Nice night raid here at the top. We'll find some villager kills, man-at-arms there for the defense, but won't find too much. Now trying to go for that sacred side again, but I don't think it will be enough to neutralize. Left-hand side walled in again. Right-hand side is getting controlled, and the Viper somewhat holding, but not the best situation. Whew. Now man-at-arms, spearman, and elephants chasing this one down, and Viper with those exposed farms. Is it easy to spot animation cancel? Yeah. You can see it live, but you can also, like, in the replay, you can simply see it 100%, right? You can just go on a quarter speed and simply see, okay, how long did it take till those 2 attacks, and that one was faster than intended. Animation cancel was used, and the Muslim takes game number 1 here. After quite a nice opening, I have to say, but ultimately, it just felt like Viper was floating so many resources, and this is really untypical for him. Maybe the macro not really there. Had basically was like 200 resources, 200 food shy of getting to Imperial Age. We can show you that pretty soon. But the Muslim was slightly ahead this whole time, and military count, we were here. But look at the 16-minute mark. I will show you what's the most important thing. Total resource count. And around the 16-minute mark, Viper had close to 3,000 resources floating. Even went close to 4,000 here. Till he spent those resources. Hi. Taker, hello. Legends dropping by. Heyo. And yeah, I can actually even show you the statistics in more detail. I got a bit distracted by all the famous people tuning in here. Whew. And the Muslim with the better KD, although he had all the cheap units, but found a lot of villager kills in the end. Man-at-Arms couldn't really fight, and the Muslims eco better. The Viper, slightly more gold because of the relics. 900 gold per minute, obviously, is pretty nice. And the Muslim, +3 villagers in the end. You know me? Yeah, I'm old as well, right? I'm born 88 and enjoy RTS games. So, plus famous German people makes it easier as well. Okay, so now we go into another Arabia pick, waiting for the Vipers Civ. 88 is young, 84, yeah. Well, compared to the peers here, yeah. In Age of Empires 2, we actually had someone that had his first offline event when he was 15. And we had him playing. Yeah. So Viper goes Abbasid, and DeMusliM goes Ruse. HRE, Abba, Delhi, and Ruse. Rumbo! Thanks for the sub, Marino. Are they playing on the new patch? If only there was some info somewhere. If they're playing on the new patch. I don't know. I will go back into my corner where I belong. The platform is dead for us. Only my mom and grandmother are on Facebook. I have still an aunt that is selling some anti-COVID crystals there. But yeah, those 3 people are basically the only ones there. Time for some sugar water. Why no Stonewalls? I wanted to do Viper a favor, wanted to make it more enjoyable. He wasn't too happy with how strong Stonewalls are. And so, yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember, guys, after the show match, we will have a, what some people call, massive announcement. Did you get some crystals? Obviously, support your family. What do you think? Do you think Ruse nerf is too much or fair? I think people underappreciated how good Ruse were outside of horsemen. So, horse archers. So I think it's actually pretty good. Oh boy, they started quickly. Let's quickly jump into game number 2. And we will see that we have the Viper playing in the blue trunks, and he is playing Abbasid. On the other side, in the red trunks, we have Mr. DeMusliM playing Ruse, and goes for a no scout opening for his TC. And we'll go for 3 scout opening total here. So 2 out of the hunting cabin. We'll get 1 deer spot pretty close to his base, 1 of Vipers, while Viper got 1 of the others. So it will be the typical Kentucky shuffle switcheroo, 2v2, and DeMusliM sits at 160 bounty here. 2 on wood, and we'll have to accept that 2 of those deer spots will belong to the Viper. All fair and square. Now goes for 2 wolves. We'll try to pull them towards the TC, and we'll get another 50 gold and another 50 bounty. Microsoft bought Activision, so wow, AoE incoming. Not unlikely. Oh, that will be an interesting snipe here. And Viper just pulls there. No, DeMusliM pulls. Ooh, that's interesting. Will he make it home? House of Wisdom for the Viper. We see DeMusliM loves his Ruse, obviously, in the AoE Pro League. Massive Ruse play from him. Great run in the tournament. Cashing $3,500 with his team. And now we see the Viper getting another 2 wolves. Obviously getting nothing for his troubles. Basically only stealing away the bounty and the extra gold for the opponent. As you all know, if we break 250 bounty here, the hunting cabins get it better. And the food harvest rate as well. And those sheep, 5 here plus the wolf, should easily push him over those 250. Rushing the golden gate. And now the big change. Obviously, as you all know, right now, if you pick up those deer carcasses, your scouts run 35% slower. How big will that change be? How much will it look like? We are finding out together, and we are enjoying this one together. House of Wisdom, no surprise, going for the economic wing. going for fresh foodstuffs to build villagers 50% cheaper. Are we on stone is the big question, and I see nothing here. So maybe the Viper opens with Spearman Archer and tries to go for some aggression. Maybe goes for some rams to pressure this area a bit. And we will see how this one plays out. Obviously, those two deer spots really close for the DeMusliM, I would think. So... I think it actually won't make too much of a difference, 35%. We instantly see professional scouts. Also remember, horse archers now fire slower. So if we go full horse archer play, that might be something that will be a bit better for the Viper compared to last patch. I've seen the DeMusliM often go fast caster though, and then go into men-at-arms, and obviously no changes in that regard. I still think Ruse changes didn't punish them too much. Okay, I really want to see the comparison of the speed there. Okay, one spearman so far. And Viper now reaches feudal age. Are we going for more spearmen? Are we going for the hardened upgrade? Are we going for the archery range first maybe? And yeah, hardened upgrade is flying in. Now give me the archery range and then maybe some contest here. Will be interesting to see. Now has enough wood for the archer range. And indeed, archer range is getting dropped. Scout here. Spearman will get one hit off. And scouts get away. Professional scouts now finishing any second. Still didn't get any carcasses. Didn't want to go for those one far away. Viper drops another house. Fresh foodstuffs is flying in. So all looks pretty damn solid. Keeps 3 on gold instead of the 2 on gold that at least I always play. Maybe my build order needs some work there. Or he wants to go for some more blacksmith upgrades. Maybe plays longer feudal age there. Archer range, archer production should start pretty soon. Spearman's coming over. And now we have the scout here. Now let's see. Let's take a look at the speed difference. They're moving in donkey speed. Okay, but it's still 4. Look at how calm they're walking. No rush. Just get home there before tea time. Okay. This looks significantly slower. I thought 35% would not be enough. But this one looks like a clear nerf. Huh. Interesting. Archer range and spearman now coming over for some pressure. The DeMusliM goes to the right hand side though. Is at 5 of those. And I don't think the DeMusliM will get too much of this, but obviously mind games are looking pretty good. Oh, Viper goes to the right hand side. Ooh, this will be interesting. Oh, this will be really interesting. And Viper will scout those. The question is, will the DeMusliM maybe get caught off guard here by those those coming over? Scouts turn professional and walk slower? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's maybe like Twitch streamers. Once they finally get partnered, they don't work that hard anymore. And as I said, barracks being added, but also archery range. Huh. That's interesting. And now the DeMusliM goes for the left-hand side again. Viper goes for the sneaky ram from the back. Ooh. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh. Is that maybe... That's double archery range, 1 barracks. So it will be a man-at-arm plus spearman mix. By the way, Viper, you could pull your army over here. No. Oh, and the DeMusliM won the shuffle war then. Still get some more hits in, and Viper can't really punish. This army wants to be too sneaky. And that will be at least 7 carcasses. The full spot here taken. That one untouched. One at the left-hand side untouched. And the one next to Viper's base untouched as well. Maybe it still will stay at that. Rams now coming in. And those 5 scouts won't be enough. Enough spearmen around. The DeMusliM will play a solid 834. timing here. And now Man-at-Arm production starts. And as you can see, the Viper, so smart. So smart. Instantly goes for the barracks instead of the archery range. Knows exactly what's up. Knows exactly the big threat. Archers and horse archers, not really the threat. The barracks is the main thing here. Now torches being pulled. Let's take a look. Spearmen around. Viper nicely focusing down those archers. I really like this aggression. Now the first Man-at-Arm still 3 more hits away from getting that barracks. Maybe some repair could be an option. Viper just stays here. And now we start to burn. Spearmen being ejected. Scouts going for the villagers. Going for one more hit. Would not be enough to get the kill now. Still 1 Man-at-Arm around. The spearmen here for the defense. Villagers are getting sniped at the top. Viper will find some kills. Still barracks has enough HP. And it feels like the Man-at-Arm at 26 HP might still survive quite a bit. But more villagers falling at the top. Man-at-Arm still around 15 HP now. Could be focused down. The Ram still at 539 HP. So doing quite some job. Next Man-at-Arm could pop in 3 seconds. That would be big if that one gets out. More villagers being saved. And in being pulled. Another Man-at-Arm indeed joining the party. And that one could be enough for the defense here. Quite a nice hold by the Muslim again. Viper with quite some aggression. Forced quite some reaction. And lost all his arm in exchange though. Not a lot of wood income for quite some time here. How does Viper's base look behind this? And, well, his resources are reasonable to maybe see him going Castle Age. We also have an archer range now. Do we go for full archers? Oh, another barracks. Getting Castle Age obviously takes quite some time here because you can't rush it for the Abbasid. Spearman and archer, but they can't really control this. Whew. Let's take a look at villager numbers. The Viper sits at 35. Whoops up. And the Muslim sits at 34. Also 35. Oh god. So the Viper had some slip up in his macro there. Now tries to defend. Those 2 Man-at-Arms were so clutch. Simply opening barracks was extremely clever. Second barracks out now. Now goes for the wooden fortress to make the defense happen even without the wooden fortress. Really like that. Horse archers now trying to find some damage. Viper really exposed here at the left-hand side. Spearmen are coming over, but we need to see some more archers against this horse archer mess as well. Viper goes for some farming. Doesn't excite me too much, especially if we still have some berries here at the top. Okay, more archer ranges, more Man-at-Arms, the Muslim. Resources pretty much on the map, I like that. And also, did we hear a relic picked off? That's the speed of this one. While we see the engagement here, archers trying to defend, spearmen getting closer. I don't think Viper really wants to waste those. That is quite some solid speed reduction. Man-at-Arms trying to sneak around the left-hand side. Viper overextending a bit. Pooh. With his spearmen, and those horsemen are getting away. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some healing there. Horse archer speed attack info. I will try to pull that up for you. It says 2.5. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. Viper now goes for armor. Already has the attack. How is resources looking? 400 food. Will reach Castle Age in a solid 15 seconds. Has 16 buildings connected for now. Those houses a bit off. Some Man-at-Arm raid here at the right hand side. I don't think they should find too many kills. More archers, more spearmen. And Viper, let's see how his reaction is going to be. Horsemen still raiding at the top. Spearmen going in there. And that's so nice by the Muslim. Completely distracting the Viper. Instant reaction by the Viper though. Will he save? Well, all but one. Gold is saved as well. But nice double pronged attack. Archers maybe trying to cut off. Oh, what is this one? It felt like he could have cut those off here at the left hand side. Surely quite some losses, but the Muslim a bit on the sloppy side now runs into the town center as well. Archer v horse archer fight. And Viper likely to cut these off. But behind the scenes, more carcasses are coming over. We already have 2 relics. More might come. Men-at-Arms wasted in the town center. Not the prettiest thing. Horse archers all being dealt with. But Viper, lots and lots of idle economy for quite some time. 34 villagers, 21 military. On the other side, we're looking at 44 villagers, 13 military. Solid 10 villager lead plus double relic here. So let's call it 15 villager lead and a second town center behind this. Viper needs to get quite some stuff done here. Whew. Market. Viper wants to balance his resource a bit, floating quite some wood. Some farms being built, and the big question is, where is the Viper attacking next? He feels like he needs to do some damage. Does he look slower or not? Tough for me to judge. But the DeMusliM has to be so happy. Double TC play behind this. Obviously so easy. The Golden Gate. Just invest 200 gold and you get the stone for free. Don't need a mining camp. Oh, that warrior monk. Could it be chased down? Oh, look at that difference. Oh, but archers, look at that perfect positioning there out of the line. And gets away. Tried to go for the conversion. Look at that. Even tried to drop the relic to run faster, but still died afterwards. And Viper, nice positioning there. Now tries to micro against this while we see another attack of the horseman here. Let's see. And, oh yeah, it looked like quite some reload time. One horseman going down. And I'm pushing this one away. Viper trying to micro against this. It's looking rough for him. Mainly goes for men-at-arms and crossbows right now. While on the other side, the DeMusliM is going for men-at-arm, horse archer mix. Interesting choice. Blacksmith upgrade. Now we're going for the speed upgrade for production. Have +2 attack, 1 pierce armor. On the DeMusliM side, we are we even having a blacksmith? Oh yeah. Going for the second armor upgrade. That's interesting. Okay. So went for the second armor upgrade first. Before any attack upgrades. Okay, now first Mangonel out. Abbasids, they have their timing in Castle Age here. Do you think Camel Archers are a viable counter to CA now? Obviously, I've not played the patch yet. I don't really know. It feels like they're underwhelming, and I think Abbasid need a change. I think they need to get better. Okay, double Mangonel play now. Let's see what Viper can do. The DeMusliM, I think he needs a siege workshop to deal with this. Now he's going for monastery. We'll have 4 relics here. As you can see, not a single villager on gold and still over 400 income. Double Mangonel here at the side. Where can we find some kills? Viper not really protecting them too well. Okay, but still some good shots in there. Crossbow maybe to deal with those. Horsemen getting attacked now. Tries to torch in and goes for some splits. Good job there. One Mangonel going down. Second one is getting attacked. And Viper lets his Mangonel fall a bit. And that was a beautiful engagement by the DeMusliM. And now we see some dancing even here by the DeMusliM, and Viper is trying to disengage. Lots of low horsemen, but it just feels like Viper has to really run away quickly. 90 population here for the DeMusliM, while the Viper sits at 60. This one is looking good for our Englishman again, and men-at-arms finding quite some kills here at the front. Viper tries to micro away, and it felt like those 2 Mangles needed some bigger shots, needed some better protection, but the men-at-arms just closed the distance. Viper went for quite some aggression, and whew, a bit out of position here, and that's how you can lose all the advantage, all the timing that you needed with those 2 Mangonels. Oh, Men-at-Arms really jumping in there with a shot. Men-at-Arms now all falling. Feels like the DeMusliM needs to disengage quite a bit, and those Men-at-Arms still close down the distance. So I'm not the happiest to see Viper taking this engagement and staying in there. Now it goes down to pop 45 and has to resign this one. 2-0 lead here already for our Englishman. Quite in convincing fashion, and Whew, got not punished a lot by the changes to the rules. Horse archers still looked strong. The relic pickoff was nice as well. And the professional scouts, it was mainly how he moved them, that he was at the right hand side first, then moved to the left hand side, and therefore quite a nice food income under CC. So not a lot of punish there. Maybe we could have addressed this a bit differently. And Viper, as you can see, with his kind of all in here, didn't really get the damage done. Only a slight drop in villagers here for DeMusliM. Those 2 3-man-at-arms that came out made the defense happen. We can also see, look at the roughly 9.5 minute mark military count. The Viper so much higher, and then it all went south simply because of the men-at-arms, and Viper idled quite a bit, had some losses, and DeMusliM just went wild with 2 TCs. Gold income should be solid for DeMusliM as well, although he never really went on it. And as you can see, 5k more food. DeMusliM only 1k gold behind, 1.5k would have had. Pretty solid stuff, 833, the castle timing, and Viper couldn't really punish enough. 30 villagers behind as the maximum. Poof. DeMusliM looking hot in this one. Potentially the last game before the massive announcement. Give me a oh boy in the chat if you're excited for the upcoming announcement. It somehow will have something to do with those 2 players. Somehow. I'm pregnant? Yeah. And Viper and DeMusliM are adopting. Congrats. Thanks. Phew. Okay. The DeMusliM giving me his civilization. Waiting for the Viper here. The DeMusliM Viper switching to the new Microsoft game Call of Duty 16. The baby's 100% gonna be bought. Okay. And we will have a rematch. Because DeMusliM is going for HRE. And the Viper is now going for Delhi. When Germany does Viper live? Leipzig. Nilly's merch shop goes online? Oh, interesting. Viper not looking hot today? Maybe he has his AC on. So Viper and DeMusliM will play World of Empires? Uh-oh. Some people are onto something. Microsoft buys Blizzard and Nilly buys Microsoft? Maybe some pocket money put aside. And I see 4. Not the first guess. AC in Germany? Yeah, Viper really wanted one. So he actually has one. Okay, they are quick. Can you share the Viper's address? I can't send him a card. Okay. Are you still playing AoE 2? Yeah, I played 2 days ago. They only play AoE 3 from now on? Oh. Okay, then let's take a look at this beautiful, potentially, game number 3 and match point for a potential announcement. The Viper in the blue trunks is playing Delhi, as you can see, goes for the early mosque opening here and goes for the mill and lumber camp, so no surprises there. Went for quite some early scout here at the front, while we see on the other side DeMusliM playing the Holy Roman Empire. Nearly is buying Blizzard. Well, Blizzard alone will be tricky now, right? Uh-oh, but Viper's build order had some flaws in here. Actually housed build order not fully set up. Found quite some sheep at the other side of the map. Can't be too unhappy with that. DeMusliM scouting the right-hand side corner. And not unlikely that Viper will not find some of his own sheep that are still around his base here potentially. We will see, we will see. And maybe some at the left-hand side could still be found. Although I don't see too many sheep, to be honest. Quite surprising. Okay, now villagers sliding over to the gold. 3 on gold here. Lots of villagers on food. Queue not too long for the Viper. Okay, now gets another one. Viper and DeMusliM going to co-work on future patches. Ooh. Ooh. Muslim joining GL. Ooh. GL acquiring Amazon. Ooh. People coming around with really good guesses. You just have to bet more than 95 per share at 8. What? Nearly head of balance team. Ooh. And Viper and DeMusliM the only ones that are allowed to give something? That would be interesting. Marino, DeMusliM, Vortex joining GL. Lucifron as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we have 3 GL teams in all team game tournaments. Okay, I think this is the moment to send some Neely energy, to send some support, to send some love, some hearts, whatever you like to support the Viper, to maybe get some more games out of this set. Because right now, it feels like our Englishman, who was ranked 1 and 2 on the ladder just some days ago, is looking really, really hot here. To maybe finish this one off 3-0. Look good in game 1 and 2. 3 on gold still. Now house is being built. Dome of Faith, no support, no surprise there. And well, we are going for PT and Total Medicine. Quite surprising that we're not going for Sanctity here. So not trying to go for the wild sacred side play early on here. Aachen Chapel, beautiful placement in between the wood, gold, and food here. Joe Monday will be on Tuesday. People coming up with some creative ideas. The Viper is the real father of the Muslim son. Oh boy. Sacred Side is feudal? No? Is that a feudal upgrade? Oh, feudal upgrade, Sanctity. Okay, I will allow it. Yeah. My bad, Reno. It was a castle upgrade, right? It was a Dark Age upgrade in the first... when the game came out, right? Okay, Viper finishing wheelbarrow nice and early. And still heavily on gold. 4 on gold here. Wouldn't be surprised if this professional scouts again. Not really going for the mill yet, though. What is the Muslim's resources here? Is this a fast castle play? Look at that. Aachen Chapel? This feels really fast castle-like. Huh. Look at that. Still heavily on gold. Only few villagers on wood. Prelate around. Still boosting food. But how do you get food? Such a far away mill. What is happening here? Whoo. I don't fully understand this. Blacksmith by the Viper. Tries to go early here. Sanctity now squeezed in. After PD is 2 seconds away. I think you could have finished that, my man. I think you could have really finished that. Oh. This is... I think the Muslim just rushes to Castle Age. You're creating nearly coin to buy AoE4 and fixed all the bugs. I actually got contacted by a company that had like some Age of Empires crypto coins. Sounded super shady. Holy moly. I sent them one email back, no answer. I try to find out what's going on with them. Nice micro here, pushing the deer in. Wants to reduce the walking distance. And, oh, really close to the mill. Love that quite a bit. Viper's aggression not really coming here. It's expanding to the gold again. DeMusliM not far away from getting away with an extremely greedy build. What is the Viper up to? One barracks, now goes for some upgrades. This feels like really defensive play. 1 minute to go till he gets the sacred site potentially. So when is the announcement about Neely's new crypto? After this series. How can the Viper punish this? Like, this is such an early man-at-arm build here. Probably getting Regn's Cathedral in here in the back. Technically, over here is not that great because you kind of want to farm in that area. But I think placement-wise, it just feels so natural to build it here. Kind of safe. Maybe. Okay, yeah, and builds it further away. I like that. I actually like that. Nice thinking ahead, super protected. And now builds it with 9 villagers even. And Viper, only 1 scout out, goes now for Archer Spearman defense. This is a really, really slow play. And then facing the Castle Age. Oh, this is going to be ugly.
Viper, go.
My two. Let's see if that's going to be enough. If that's pushing him to over the limit. Professional scouts being attacked as well by the Viper. Goes for the gold upgrade. Wood upgrade not happening. And Viper, is he rushing to Castle Age? Okay. So Castle Age won't be too slow here either. First man-at-arm out though. It's an early man-at-arm. Viper goes for the left-hand side. Maybe some harassment in the center now. DeMusliM might miss that one. No, Viper sees it. Gets over there with an archer, a spearman and a scout. And a scholar. It feels like a start to a joke here. A scout, a spearman, an archer and a scholar walk into a bar. DeMusliM wins the show match. Yeah, my jokes don't really have a punchline. Well. And sacred side right-hand side controlled. Sacred side left-hand side starting to get controlled here. Scholars getting away. And at least 1 man-at-arm feels like could be going down. But now more man-at-arms coming over. And we see, well, relic control. Feels very, very likely here. Look at that. Prelate waiting here. Prelate getting that one. And then we still have 3 other contestable relics. Going for that one, the one in the center and one at the bottom. Very, very likely that the DeMusliM will get 3 relics. That was a solid Castle Age timing by him. And Viper goes for Compound of the Defender. So maybe some stone walls out of him at some point. And some towers. Neely announces the start of this comedy career after this match. Start and finish at the same day. That's how I roll. Okay, what's Viper's army composition going to be even? Oh yeah, we are actually doing no stone walls. Infantry units can build stone walls, gates, and towers. Oh, this is interesting. I'm not sure. Like, I had people, I disqualified people in tournaments. I'm not sure if I've ever disqualified someone in a show match. Probably not. Probably not. So solid control here. Getting men-at-arms everywhere. And the DeMusliM already 2 relics at home. Third one most likely to come now. And yeah, that's the farming area that I mentioned earlier. All around the Regnitz Cathedral. No, around the Aachen Chapel. Makes lots of sense. Now the Prelate is coming over here. Spearman around. But shouldn't really be too happy with this. That Scholar is really ambitious. And we need a transition into Crossbowmen here to deal with that. Man-at-arm crossbow could be pretty solid. But economy still should be on the side of the HRE player. Man-at-arms still trying to make something happen. 2 scholars maybe healing behind this. I think they could easily be focused down here. Trying to go further away. Man-at-arms trying to chase this one down, but feels like they can't really find the kills. Maybe if more crossbows are now arriving. Those scholars are actually pretty fast on their feet. Tower War Elephant. Hello. And that one is really good against men-at-arms. Okay. Okay. I saw an attack sign. I didn't really see the units, though. Apparently, Double Wolf chasing this one. Viper will get 1 relic, so it's 1 still up for grabs. There will be 3 for the DeMusliM. Make that 9, relatively speaking. That's, I believe, we did the math once. Wasn't it like 22.5 villagers on gold? This one, basically. Magnus Cathedral 3. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Tower War Elephant. I don't mind that one. We're going for heavy maces behind this. And now more barracks. So will be the 4 barracks play. I think that one could suffer. Wait. Did he just delete those? I think I would have allowed it, actually. Like, just use them. You kind of played that. He forgot it. Yeah. He just remembered. Okay. He realized. Okay. Maybe, like, my thoughts and my anger traveled the 300 kilometers down southeast. And Viper felt like, okay, some hippo somewhere in Germany is getting really angry at me right now. And then he realized. Why did we... Oh. Waypoint on the mosque is actually ungarrisoning... that scholar. That relic. My bad. Okay, crossbows around, and that's obviously a big problem for Viper's strategy because that's what he was kind of banking on. Right now is 400 stone in the hand, 400 stone in the bank. Do you know Aachen? I live in the Netherlands, very close by. I know Aachen, yeah. Phew. That elephant archer is actually doing like crazy damage with all that distance. Like how he's chasing those down. Actually pretty solid job. And yeah, that's obviously something that's really ugly that you won't really remember too much. And yeah, the rule of the no stone walls was actually something that I offered as a favor to the Viper because he was really frustrated with the situation in Stone Walls in Age of Empires 4 and didn't really enjoy that too much. So I said, okay, let's do a show match without stone walls. And yeah, then he's the one. No? You see. Well. Okay, man-at-arm right now in the back. Viper, is he actually losing this one with the relic in the hand? Oh, that's so bad. And that he won't understand that at all. How that relic got out of the monastery and actually dropped there. Still the Elephant Archer doing quite some solid stuff. 38 villages, 28 military here. More raids continuing while the DeMusliM is sitting at a solid 73 population with better villagers and obviously still the 3 relics. But the Viper not looking too bad when it comes to Golden Come himself. Obviously the raid now pretty bad against him here. Double man-at-arm, or no, double crossbow trying to make a defense happen. Won't be that easy though. Sends more home and Viper will defend, but that's again quite some idle time while he's not really attacking at the center. Tries to heal his Tower War Elephant and more stuff is coming over. This is 5 barracks production from the barracks now. And it's full man-at-arm action. Find some kills here and Viper tries to click that relic. He tries to click that. Yeah, he can't. He can't. Oh, he can. Okay. Nice story. Didn't care about anything else at all. but he finally got that one. And now the attack in the center while trying to pick up the relic. He completely forgot about all his army at the front. Gets the full surround here, and DeMusliM is just tracking all those elephants. Crossbow's not around, and that's really unfortunate here for the Viper. He was fighting with the relics, didn't really pick it off properly. Oh, and now lost all his army without microing. DeMusliM is in such a good spot. Pop 80 against 60 now, and Viper has to go back here. Crossbows behind, and oh man, DeMusliM just looks really good. Gets more army here. Men-at-Arms are moving forward, and I think we're getting really close to the massive announcement after we look through the statistics. Maybe you express your hype a bit about the upcoming announcement and what you're hoping for. GL DeMusliM. 3-0 certainly here for DeMusliM in the Showmatch. We also can show you the timeline. Total unit count. It was pretty even till we tried to micro one single relic away. Viper was actually quite competitive for quite a while. Then Stonewalls, obviously forgetting about that one, made it tough. And I think economy, the gold should be so much better for DeMusliM. Basically, the 3 relics there in the Rednitz Cathedral are just not fair. 8:21 as the fast castle time. Viper could have maybe seen it by the slow feudal age timing, but obviously really tough to realize.